happening? Where am I? Hi, hello, yes. I know what I'm doing. Hi, hello, hi. Hi, everyone. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. How are you doing? Let's see who is here today. Don't forget to do that lab safety register check-in if you want me to say hello to you, because otherwise I miss things because I'm a silly sausage. Thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. What the heck? Thank you. Hello, Potter. I saw you first. I saw you first. Let's go. Let's go. Hello. Where am I? Hello, Cogs right. Hello, Lankuri. Hi, Chanapak. Hello, Potter again. Hello, Bolin. Hello, M0. Hello, Hunter. Hi, Jeb Kerman. Hello, Raxing. Hi, Psycorba. Hello, Anna. Hello, but what is this? Hello, Gora Inge. Hi, Aux. Crystallic, hi. Thank you so much for the 5 months. What the heck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Chewsdere. Also, hello, and thank you for also the 5 months. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, both of you. Thank you. Hello, Just Jane. Hi, Astral. Hi, Okness. Hello, Yosathos. Hello. Thank you so much for the 2 months. What the heck? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Alex. Thank you for the 20 stream streak. What the heck? Let's go. Yeah, number go up. Exactly. Number go up indeed. Osiris, hello. Jenna Cyberpunk, hello. Savatar, hello. Bobo, hello. And Roots, hello. Hi, everybody. How you all doing? How is everyone today? How are we all doing? I am tired. Can you tell? I'm like really tired today, and I didn't do anything that justifies being tired. I just moved some money around and did some spreadsheets. And yet I feel tired. I think I'm like, I have a horrible feeling I might be coming down with an illness, because like if there is a 1 week incubation time, then that would mean that I'm getting sick from flight and or plane. And that's not ideal. That wouldn't be great. But you know, it's fine. I feel tolerable at the minute. So I think we're fine. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, it might be energy debt from dancing around traveling. This is very true. It might be. It might be energy debt from traveling. I did have to socialize a significant amount. And then I afterwards I was like, wow, that was fun. I enjoy socializing. And then I got home and I just sat in my apartment for 2 days. I just sat in the middle of my apartment on the floor and I just processed everything. Oh dear. Why am I like this? Hello, Doc Rex. Hello, hello. And hello, Cleeper. Hi. Psy stands for psychosis from sleep deprivation. I am not that sleep deprived. Today I'm actually very... I've slept adequately today. I just can't speak because my throat is kind of getting a bit, you know, my throat's getting a bit crunchy, I think, because of the potential illness. Or maybe it's just the cold. I also in general get a bit crunchy when it's cold. Like my skin gets crunchy. And I've been really, really cold. I don't know why. Wait, maybe I am getting sick actually. My heating is on full blast and I'm still cold. Like I've got 3 layers on because I am like shivering and my hands keep getting really cold. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not great. Oh dear. Congrats on your PhD, by the way. I was too busy at work yesterday. I didn't really get the moment to chat. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's me, Dr. Dere. In fact, we should put this in the title. Yes, there you go. I did say I was going to brandish it as a weapon wherever I could, and I was not lying. I am brandishing it as a weapon wherever I can. Sitting in the middle of the room is a mood. Not down with the sickness. No, I am not. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. That was terrible. Okay, I'm actually leaving. Bye. That was not it. Oh dear. Hi, Amoya Nazva. welcome, welcome. Thank you for the 5 stream streak. What the heck? Thank you so much. And hello, Ikatono as well. Hello, hello. I hope you're good. First thing I hear is I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm done. There will never be any context to that. Dr. Dere, my tummy hurts. I'm not that type of doctor though, Lankuri. I'm not. You're going to have to at Psych and MD for those kinds of questions. I mean, he loves it when people do that. He loves giving medical advice on twitter.com. Oh dear. No. Please don't request streamers to give you medical advice. I know it's a bit, but you know, I like to be serious about things sometimes. Please don't. I cannot provide diagnoses. Yes. Oh dear. I just finished my essay. Let's go. Oh my goodness, you powered that out. Well done. That's incredible. There's only one type of advice that I can give to Twitter users, and it's extremely TOS. I'm nervous. Oh dear. I've got chamomile today. I've got chamomile tea, mostly to warm my hands up. I've already spilt it all over myself, which is why I just kept looking strange just then. It's because I've already spilt it all over myself. This is going really well. Wow, brilliant. Oh dear. Hi, Sayad. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I wrote 2 pages today. Let's go. Let's go. I had to explain to my ex the difference between a research psychologist and a clinical psychologist. I mean, that's fair. Everybody does think that we're the same thing. People don't realize, like, they don't realize. And people genuinely do ask me for questions about like their mental health. And I'm like, I don't know. Don't ask me that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have your answers. I know nothing about mental health actually. Well, I know a little bit, but I know as much as the average the average psychology bachelors, you know, because I haven't specialized in it. So I know nothing. I know like a tiny little bit about how like psychosis interplays with conspiracy theories, but not very much, you know, like very, very little. I've read like 2 studies on it and that's it, you know. Why do I look weird today? What's going on? Is it this? No. What's going on? Why do I look like that? Why is my mouth not moving today? What's happening? We're going to need to do some live fine tuning for some reason. Let's see. Open. Where is open? Here. Oh, it's reset my output curves. There we go. That's what it's meant to be more like. Okay. That was weird. Oh, it's broken. Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. That was strange. Tuning Tuesday, exactly. You know what's up. You know what's up. Maybe your model's sick. Maybe. Maybe it like transfers into the model. Also, hello, Mavis Teefsy. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're good. Dr. Dere, why is my sleep schedule so horrendous? That actually probably is something I'm allowed to give advice on because like sleep hygiene, that is actually something that I was trained to give advice on. But why is it still doing it? What is this? Why is it reset again? Huh? Oh, because that's the wrong one. Okay. Oh. Oh. Ah. Ah. I. This is what VTubing looks like behind the scenes, by the way. Okay, I'm talking. That's not helped. Am I just not opening my mouth wide enough today? That's wild. I'm just talking too quietly to... Huh? I have discovered something strange going on and I don't know what to do about it. Hi, Red Fox. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for the 3 stream streak. Welcome, welcome. I'm sorry that you had to witness that. Oh, dear. You don't know everything? I know. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm merely just a silly little guy. I know nothing. It was like at my GP's nurse today when we were going over my blood test results and I asked if I should start iron supplement and she was enthusiastic. But then she came down with, only your GP can do that. I'm just the nurse. Oh. What is going on with my... What is happening? Why do I look like this today? I'm gonna flip out. What is happening? What is happening? Why is it doing this? What is this? Okay. Is it this one? And if I go like this... If I'm now talking, does this help at all? No, it looks worse. I don't know what to do. Why does it look like this today? Does it always look like this? Is this bothering anyone else? My V-bridge crashed earlier. No, it's not lighting because I've got like an iPhone. So it's like, you know, it's like the IR tracking. Am I just too hot? Am I too... Wait. Wait. What? Hi, Nuclear Saltwater. Hello, hello. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. And hello, Yasathor. Hello, hello. Thank you for the hello again. Yes, and congratulations. Even I'm not functional. I'm too distracted by. Are you not seeing this? Are you not? Is no one else seeing this? Why does it look like that? Does it always look like that? I don't think it does. I look like I'm a chipmunk. Can nobody see this? The facial tracking's looking a bit sticky. Yeah, it looks weird today. Why do I look like a chipmunk? What's going on? Do you know what? No, I'm not doing this. Yeah, it's a bit toothy today. Don't know why. Not sure what's going on with that. I feel nervous about this. I don't like it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap over to my other model. that's actually like throwing me off. Bye. Wait, I just realized now I have this thing set up so that I don't actually have to do that anymore. So if I go like this, oh, look at me. Now I'm a frozen happy little sausage. And then I go here like that. And then I go here. Yeah. Oh, I've still got my Christmas hat on. Okay. This feels... Be gone, Christmas hat. How do I get rid of my Christmas hat? We're going. Removal items. Yes, no more Christmas hat. It's not Christmas anymore. Goodbye. Okay, we're working with this today. Thanks. I can't do it. I don't know why that was like... I don't know why it looked like that. That's not how it normally looks. And that was upsetting me. And it was... Yeah, Toothy Tuesday, exactly. I don't know what is up with that. Where is the redeem for your son? No offense. He's not here today. He's sleeping. He's sleeping. He doesn't want to be here. Sometimes he just wants to sleep. You know, he's a sleepy boy. I guess I also need to turn off the eye bags. There you go. Turned off the eye bags. You know, I spent like the whole day, not the whole day, but like I spent an entire hour like trying to get what is it? V-bridge are working properly, and then it just didn't. So I guess that's that. Yeah. That's the type of day that we're having. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not opening my mouth very wide today. I need to talk more like this, but I'm not good at it. Because, like, I don't feel well. Yeah, I'll try and debug it offline. I wouldn't be surprised if some of my parameters reset or something stupid like that. I don't know. Wouldn't be a VTuber stream without scuff, though. That's very true. That's very true. I know, I refuse to have the hat on. No, it's not. Italy, Christmas may end in Italy on the 6th, but it has already ended for me because I am not in Italy. Okay. Right. So, how are we all doing? How you've been demoted to second monitor content. I have a diggy hole to dig. I don't know how to process that. Okay. How are we all doing today? As I've said, I feel like I might be coming down with a disease, but that's fine. Maybe I'll be recovered by Sunday. When we are going to be doing science. Yippee. Also, hello, awkward Falibro. Hello. Thank you for the lab safety race to check in, and also for the check in, Red Fox. Thank you. You're on my 3rd monitor. Oh no. Enjoy your luck. Wow, I've been demoted not once but twice. I can't. What is this life? Same in pain right now. Oh no. I hope you recover quickly. I hope you are no longer in pain. I just realized sometimes you can't recover. I hope you are in less pain whenever you can be in less pain, if that is possible. I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh dear. Actually tired. We've been filming hand cam stuff for training scientists. That's so fun. I love that. That's so cool. I love that so much. Your 4th monster content, my phone. I accept that. Dried mangoes work surprisingly well against viral infection, so treat yourself to 300 to 500 grams of dried mangoes. Is that true? That feels like something that might be a little bit of an urban legend. I'm not so sure about. I guess it's maybe the vitamin C in it. Is that what it is? Is it the vitamin C? If so, I have supplements. I'll just take my supplements. I eat a lot of vitamin C, I think. I had vegetable stew for dinner today because I made a very large batch of vegetable stew a little while back. Being on Saturday. That's actually a few days now. It had aged nicely. You know, sometimes stew, you gotta sit and let it to age. And yeah, I made it out of beer. So yeah. It got beer stew, and I made a little what's the word? Like a little savory pancake thing to have with it, and it was quite good. I'm just using up stuff in my cupboard. I've got to find a way to use a can of sweet corn next. Don't know what to do with it. If anyone's got any suggestions, I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, I'll just eat it out of the can, because sweet corn's a good snack, actually. You're my first monitor because I only have one, and use a tiling WM to organize the stuff around it. Oh, that's kind of cool though. Second monitor as always. Okay. Oh, I have Word on my main monitor, my textbook on my second, and you on the 3rd. Please understand. Okay, I do understand now, actually. I do understand. You are, in fact, writing an essay. I knew that. I was paying attention. Hi, Retty. Hello. How are you? I hope you're good. Choose and believe it's real and eat a bunch of mangoes. I mean, it's a good excuse, isn't it? Antiviral properties in the mango, the leaves would be better, but the fruit works well as well. Oh, I've learned something today. Interesting. I've learned a thing. You can't rebound via vitamin C. Okay, noted. Eat it out of the can. Yeah, I will. Add it to pasta sauce. Corn? I'm not so sure about that one, actually. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Could take stuff to a food bank or equivalent. I've already done that with the stuff that I wasn't going to eat. All of the stuff that's in there now is stuff that I probably will eat, but I need to like force myself to do it, if that makes sense, you know? Like it's stuff that I need to make into something, but I've always been too lazy to make it. So for example, I have a box of falafel mix. I have sweet corn in a can. I have a bunch of like spice packets that have probably gone off, but I'm going to use them anyway. What else have I got? I've got a bunch of like canned pasta sauces that I haven't used, and like I think one can like jarred curry. So yeah, it's stuff that I will eat. I just need to force myself to do it. But I'm telling myself I'm not allowed to buy a significant amount of new groceries until I've got through everything in my cupboard. That's what I'm telling myself. Yeah. Hi, Komi. Hello, hello. And hello, Jade Low. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're both good. Dere is removing outliers, a form of P hacking. It depends on how aggressively you're removing the outliers. I think there is actually a term for it. I forgot what it was though. Wait, I'm gonna quickly try and find. Okay. So yeah, selective removal of outliers. So that it becomes a questionable research practice if you're like picking and choosing which outliers that you remove. So you have to do it systematically. So if you do it systematically, then it's okay. But also like you have to justify the reasoning for it. So the answer is it can be, but sometimes you need to remove outliers because there's genuinely some strange people in your sample. Does that answer the question? I don't know if that answers the question. I'm very tired. Just don't do corn on pizza. I would never. I would never. Corn slaps in pasta? Sweet corn and pasta is good stuff. Okay. I see. I will consider putting sweet corn in my pasta, but corn on pizza is normal, isn't it? Isn't corn on pizza normal? That's a thing that I've seen quite a lot. I'm so confused. How did you gentrify the world falafel? What? What am I gentrifying? Why am I gentrifying falafel? What am I meant to say it northern? Falafel? I can't say that in my accent. It sounds weird. Are we talking about eatable corn or in quotation marks corn? I don't know what corn in quotation marks is referring to. We're talking about sweet corn. I'm confused. It's a war crime. Everyone else is saying that. Okay, wait, hang on. Some people are saying corn on pizza isn't normal. Some people are saying it is normal. I feel like this might be a Europe thing. Because, like, hang on a second. If I go to Domino's right now, I'm going to go to Domino's. Right, okay. I'm going to put in delivery to just like I just want to view your menu. Okay. Just random place. Okay. Right. So, do they have corn on the menu? I should show you this. I'm on the wrong place to show you it. Let's go to the basement. We're going to the basement. Okay. So, welcome to the basement. I must know now. Do they have corn on pizza? Okay, right. I've just chosen like what's like a hang on, wait, I'm having tech problems. Okay. So, there we go. Okay. I got this. Right. Firefox. Okay, we're on the pizza. Do they put corn on pizza in London? I'm on dominoes.co.uk. I've just chosen a random, I just put in like SE1, 1AA. It's come up with London, Elephant and Castle. We'll go with that, okay? Because for some reason, SE was just the London postcode I remembered. Okay, so is there the option of corn on the create your own pizza? Let's find out. Okay. Toppings. There's sweet corn. Okay, I'm not losing my mind. It is a normal topping. This is a normal topping in the UK. So maybe this is a... Maybe this is a Europe and Asia thing. Huh. Yeah, regionally normal, exactly. Corn and pineapple. I actually knew someone that used to get that. I'm just saying falafel is not supposed to have an ow sound in it. I'm not saying ow though. I'm saying falafel. It's just a long A. It's just like father. Falafel. It's instead of falafel. Like, what am I doing wrong? Why am I being bullied? Hello, Red Epicness. Hello, hello. I add corn on my pizza when I order sometimes. I like it. Okay, this is normal. Thank you. Invasion of Britain underway. We hate to do it, but it must be done. And normal in Germany as well. Thank you, Arc Nativist. I always said nativist. I've said it again. Why have I said that again? Your name is Arc Navist, and I keep also filling it to nativist. I need to get out of the nature versus nurture debates. Oh my lord. I'm so cooked. Oh dear. Hi Bushy, hello, hello. I'm sorry, you're a VTuber. You're going to be subject to catching strays. It's okay, I've accepted my fate. I've accepted my fate. I can see it tasting all right, but still weird. I think it's all right. It's not my first choice though. Is this the, can I do the, wait. They have the vegan one. No, they don't. What do they still do vegan pizza? Gluten-free, plant-based, they do, okay. Customize. Oh, I've just added it to my basket by accident. We're getting a vegan margarita, everybody. What else do you want? Okay, what are the toppings that I can have as a pesky vegan? Tomato sauce or barbecue sauce. That's cursed. I hate that. My personal opinion, I hate with a passion barbecue sauce. The worst thing that I have ever had as a sauce. Not a fan. Really don't like it. Don't know why. It just upsets me. I think as a concept, it shouldn't exist. Don't like it. That's my opinion. If you look at the menu, only the tuna supreme and veggie supreme have sweet corn, so it's there, but it's not common. Okay, this is true, but anyone can add it on. You know, you can just swap out the toppings to whatever you want. And I know loads of people that used to add on corn. Specifically, I knew one person that liked having corn and olives. These are the, wow, so many vegan options. So many vegan options. Yippee. I can't wait to have a vegan pizza with pineapple on it. I'm so happy. Oh no. I'm suffering. I think barbecue sauce is just optimized for meat, so it doesn't pair well with other things. Maybe, but I've never liked it. I never even liked it with meat, so yeah. Olives are bad too, but I'll concede that I have the minority opinion there. You do have a minority opinion in there. I love olives. I have once survived off nothing but like olive bread. There was a period of time where it was really difficult to get anything vegan in supermarkets. And then, but like all of the supermarkets sell bread with olives in it. I used to just get that, and that would be my whole meal. Yeah. The angry little Korean woman is ranting about the war crimes of Asian pizza, including sweetened condensed milk. Excuse me? That is a war crime. I don't like that. Barbecue sauce is too sweet. I agree. I don't like it for that reason. Yeah, gherkins are pickles. Gherkins are pickles. Barbecue only works with chicken. I don't even like it with chicken. Like, well, fake chicken. I don't like it with fake chicken. I don't like it with anything. I don't like it touching anything. It makes me upset. I don't want any barbecue sauce in my life. I've never had one that I liked. Also, I don't think I said hello to you yet. I feel like I read your message and didn't. Hello, Yoavco. And also, hello, said Victor. Hello, hello. I hope you're both good. Olives are bad. However, I got extra taste buds for bitter. I hate them. You're allowed to be wrong. That's my opinion. You're allowed to be wrong. I love olives. But I regularly visit family in a location where olives is like a significant part of the food. So I'm biased, admittedly. I grew up with them. So maybe I'm just like adjusted. I don't know. That's not a pizza, that's a flat Cinnabon. With the condensed milk, yeah, it's wrong. I don't like it. The angry little Korean woman and me continuing to be exactly the same person. We share our 3 neurons. Oh dear. Sweetened condensed milk makes good doughs, but it's cursed. Yeah. I got some vegan sweetened condensed milk. Apparently this is a thing that exists, by the way. I got vegan condensed milk so that I could make a Brazilian dessert. I forgot what they called, but they're like little balls. They're like little balls and they've got sprinkles on the outside and they're chocolate. I don't know if there's any Brazilians here today. If there are, look, Brazil mentioned, this is me summoning you to tell me what is the name of those little balls. But I got some vegan condensed milk to make those little balls. And then I forgot to, oh look, the Brazilian arrived, yippee! Welcome, Orishiro, hello. Oh, perfect timing. Orishiro, what is the name of the little balls? The Brazilian, they're a Brazilian dessert, it's chocolate, they're like little truffle, like spheres, and then they're covered in sprinkles. What are they called? And they're made out of condensed milk. I feel like it's like Brigadeiros or something like that, but I might be horrendously wrong. What's the name of the little balls? Least threatening question. Yeah, Brigadeiros. That's the one. I got some condensed milk so that I could make them because one of my friends gave me a recipe for them. And then I was like, I should make that. I got all of the ingredients for it, never made them. Like the condensed milk is still currently sat in my cupboard. That's one of the things I need to use up. So maybe I will finally make the balls. And also thank you for the 5 stream streak, Flockia. Thank you. I hope you're good. You can do it chemically. I didn't know they sell it. Apparently they do. It's like the same brand that does all of the condensed milk here though. You know, I forgot. It's probably Nestle. It's always Nestle. Vegan condensed milk sounds really interesting. I'm kind of scared of it, to be honest. That's why I've not done it yet. But I should. I want to, you know? I want to make these dessert balls, but I haven't got round to it yet. We also have Beijinhos. Is that how you say that? That's mixed with grated coconut. Oh, I'm not a fan of coconut though. I don't hate it. I like coconut in savory things. So like coconut in curry, yes. Coconut in sweet things, depends on the thing. Not my favorite. Yeah. I've achieved new heights of multitasking in my quest to optimize away my sight. I love optimizing. It's so fun. This sweetened condensed milk brought to you by war crimes. Wake up! It's time for your vegan condensed milk. Horrifying. Oh dear. I tuned out when I came back to vegan condensed milk. I'm afraid you should be. Dad went to the shop to get vegan condensed milk. No. Oh, they don't sell it anymore. They stopped selling it. I presume because nobody was buying it, because why would anyone ever buy vegan condensed milk? I literally got it for like the novelty value and also to make these brigadeiros. Yeah. And then I never did anything with it. But now I will, because I've been reminded that I have it in the cupboard. So that's part of my strategy for using everything up. See? Genius. I've also got a boxed cake mix that went off in 2020, and I'm not sure if I should use it. I kind of feel like I want to, but I'm also kind of scared. Would you use it? Like, how bad do you think it will be? I might have a look and see if it's like moldy, and if it's not moldy, it's probably fine, right? Probably. Yeah. Oh, it's just cream and condensed milk. That's really easy to do. And cocoa powder. That's really easy to do. Maybe, you know, check to make sure they didn't stop selling it for health and safety reasons instead of money reasons. It was definitely money reasons. I will quickly check though. Vegan condensed milk. Oh, apparently they still sell it. Well, there you go. It's still available in UK Tesco, apparently. Oh wait, no it isn't. It's out of stock. There's no warning on it. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, the boxed cake mix, you know? The boxed cake mix, it's gone off. It went off in like 2020, and I'm kind of tempted to still make the cake because I feel like it'll probably be fine because it's like sealed, it's in a packet, and it's just wheat and flavoring. And I feel like the only thing that's really would have degraded is the flavoring. But I might just do it anyway. If I'm gonna get sick regardless, like, might as well go all in. Hello, J5. Hello, hello. Hi, Ocean Heart. Yeah, 2020 was a great year for health overall, so I say go for it. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Have you tried any good loose leaf teas? I was shopping for teas on vacation and I thought of you in the steeper. I have got a loose leaf tea that I've been having on Sunday mornings before the science streams. It is the Darjeeling Estate green tea that I said about. I'm still working through it because there was a lot of it. That's all I've got so far. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking because I flew recently out of a London airport to get back home to Ireland. And I was like looking at all of the loose leaf teas that they had in duty free, and I was like, I could be really silly and buy a really, really overly expensive box of tea right now. But I'm not going to. I'm going to find one here in Ireland instead that's more reasonably priced. But it was really tempting because they had all of the like Fortnum and Mason ones. And I was like, I could be fancy. But I don't think I'm fancy enough to justify Fortnum and Mason tea. Is it Fortnum and Mason? Am I saying, is that what it's called? I forgot. Fortnum, yeah, Fortnum and Mason. Yeah. It sounds weird when I say it because I've got so much congestion. Hi, Racco. Hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you're good. It'll be fine. The powder's dried. Yeah, okay, cool. British people don't care about flavor, so might as well. Exactly. The flavor is just like a benefit. Really, I'm just here for the raw calories. We're still in rationing mindset. Is that it's going to taste good, but it's probably fine to eat if it doesn't smell funny. I'll just put some extra flavoring in it or something. I don't know. Let's see if it's got weevils. Ew, weevils. Scary. I hope there's no weevils. That's not very vegan. If it's a best before rather than a use by, then it might actually be fine. Okay. I'm just going to do it anyway. It's just extra protein. No, they're not. No. That upsets me. I recently thought about how some ethical vegans may be better off eating meat and using animal products, but just paying a certain amount of money that covers their damage. Because you can spend some money to save animal lives or work against livestock farmers, etc. Of course, it would still be better to do both that and not eat meat or consume animal products, but most vegans don't hyper-optimize their lives anyways, and they still often use harmful modes of transport and still support restaurants or places that also serve animal products, thus supporting the industry. This is something that I thought about very early into my veganism, but the thing is that I very swiftly realized that I, as a vegan, going and eating at a meat restaurant, if I get the vegan option, even though I'm at that restaurant, I'm still doing less damage than the person who is eating the meat. You know? The reality is that meat eaters make equal or worse decisions than me in terms of ethics. So that's kind of like, that premise is kind of under the assumption that, like, you know, vegans and meat eaters like make ethically equitable decisions, and that's just not true, because a lot of the times vegans are also paying more attention, they're paying more attention to the animal rights, but they're also paying more attention often to the sustainability side of it as well. So, you know, and also health. So there's like a triple whammy. Yeah. Yeah. Do you use non-vegan products such as skincare? No, I don't buy them. I see it as a boycott. I don't buy them. I won't consume anything that's like the big harmful things. So like meat, fish, dairy, eggs. I won't touch it. Like, even if someone gives me something with it, I'm not having it. I'll just find someone else to give it to. Because I don't like the waste, but you know, I'm allergic to half of it anyway, so I literally can't. But if somebody gives me, you know, cookies with honey in it, it's like, whatever, you know, that for me, that's like a bar. It doesn't quite meet the bar of like literally, you know, killing large quantities of highly intelligent animals. Like, they are intelligent, but I'm not convinced that they're sentient in the same way, like bees. And you can, in theory, do honey production ethically, and it does seem to be getting more ethical as an industry. But I wouldn't choose it personally. I wouldn't go out on my way and buy it. But, you know, if somebody's just using, I mean, honey is the kind of thing where people use very small quantities of it in their cooking, right? So if somebody's just like, oh, you know, here's like honey cookie, it's like, it's, you know, it's like pecan and honey, like honey glazed pecan cookies. I'm like, well, most of it isn't honey, you know, like you've used maybe like 2 tablespoons. It doesn't really bother me that much. A lot of vegans would say that that makes me not vegan, but I think that perfect is the enemy of good. So, yeah. I don't know. Also, hi-fi, hello. Yeah, perfect and good, etc. Exactly. Yeah, I'm vegan. I am. I don't hide it, but I also don't like talk about it extensively. Like, it's more just like a meme at this point. But I am indeed vegan. I've been vegan for 15 years, so it's actually been a pretty big part of my life. There was a period of time where I was like one of the really aggressive, angry vegans. And then I think after about like year 5, I chilled out a bit. And now it's just like the way that I live my life. And I think most people that I know, they're just like, yeah, fair enough. You know, they don't really think about it anymore. It's just like, I turn up and they know that I will probably either bring my own food or, you know, they know what to make for me now. And a lot of the times they will also eat vegan with me. So I like to think that that's a positive impact on the world, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I try my best. Be careful with those honey cookies. The vegan police will come and strip you of your vegan powers. It's true. Although, actually, to be fair, at the point of 15 years, I think they give you a bit of grace. Like, it's not like I'm going around and eating fish, you know? I'm not sitting there and going, like, chicken's a vegetable, you know? So... I still need to give you a review of the vegan eggs. Yeah, I need to know. I'm honestly, like, I'm this close to, like, booking a trip specifically to go to the Vibe Cafe in Liverpool, because like they have vegan eggs. I think about them regularly. Eggs is like I don't miss cheese. I don't miss like ice cream or anything. None of these things I ever have cravings for. no meat. Haven't thought about meat or fish actively. To be honest, they repulse me. The only thing that I ever get cravings for by year 15 is like a good, like, boiled egg, but like the yolk is runny and you can dip your soldiers in it. That, or like a fried egg, like in a sandwich. It's only eggs. But then, like, when I actually look at people, like when I watch other people cooking and eating eggs, I'm like, ugh. But like the concept of it is like very appealing to me. I don't know. Do you have access to Bob's Red Mill brand of flours and vegan options? I don't think so. That doesn't ring a bell. We have like one egg replacer. I think it's literally just called like Not Egg or something. Like they're not very creative with the names, but it only does scrambled egg, and I never really liked scrambled egg. I was always very much like a fried egg or dippy soft boiled egg type of gal, you know. I crave a boiled egg, Oliver Twist coated. That's please, sir, can I have some more? It's literally me. Literally me. I guess we both agree that there are very few crazy vegans. Oh, there definitely are some. Most vegans are normal, yes, I definitely agree. Most of them are chill and normal and cool. There are definitely some intense vegans that make it their entire personality. My experience, though, is that they're often actually the ones that end up not being vegan anymore after a couple of years. Like the people that I knew like that all stopped being vegan. So, yeah. And the ones who were just like living their lives in a way that was like as positive and ethical as possible, they're the ones that just kept going, you know? Yeah. Also, hi Ty. Hello. How are you? I hope you're good. I tried multiple times to be vegetarian, but it's hard to feel full on plant protein for me. Yeah, I mean, it's different for different people, right? I'm the type of person who like, if I have like fat and protein heavy meals, I feel hungry like an hour later. It's carbs for me. I'm a carb gal. So that's lucky. That's lucky. But like, what I eat is a lot of like vegetables, you know? So I eat a lot of vegetables, I eat a lot of beans, I eat a lot of like, you know, grains, so like rice and stuff. Yeah. Like I joke about like beans, but unironically I have beans every single day, like because as a vegan that's what you have to do. You have to have beans. Like you have to have a bean and a grain to like, or like a legume and a grain together to like get your complete protein. So I do unironically actually eat beans every single day, be it like, yeah, exactly, my beans. Be it as like, you know, just like beans as they are, just like plain beans added into stuff, or like tofu, or, you know, any stuff like that. Yeah. It's a joke? No, it's not a joke. It's never been a joke, let's be honest. Also, hello Mylin, hello Meta Knight, hello CDM, and no, that was a beans. Did I ever say hello to you, Ari Penumbra? I'm not sure if I did. Hello. Thank you all for the lab safety register check-ins and or beans. Oh dear. Soup is great. I love soup. Soup is a good choice. I admire people being vegan, especially with eating and cosmetics, but my often makes eating most vegetables hard. Well, I do try to include meat in my diet. That's really fair. That's so fair. I think the only so I knew one person who had ARFID and they weren't vegan, but they were like mostly vegan, you know? And they said that they actually preferred meat alternatives to meat because the texture of it is more consistent. So they started getting like, you know, like corn chicken nuggets instead of chicken nuggets. Because like you occasionally in chicken nuggets you get like gristle. Whereas in corn or like fake meat, any kind of fake meat chicken nuggets, you don't. And they also said that they preferred the Greg's vegan sausage roll over the normal sausage roll for the same reason. So maybe, depending on what it is, sometimes the option might actually be better, but obviously it's expensive sometimes. So yeah. Is there progress on the Minecraft Gregs? No, I haven't been at my PC for 2.5 weeks. And the last like 2 days I've just been working. It's so sad. hi. Hello. Thank you so much for the sub. What the heck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Dietary fiber in veg and grains and legumes will help with fullness. Potatoes and legumes rank extremely high on satiety scores. Well, that's good because I eat a lot of legumes and potatoes. That's a big chunk of my diet, to be fair. That explains why I don't snack very often, perhaps. I do this thing where, like, I eat pretty big meals, but I don't really snack very much, you know? Like, in a day, I will have, like... So my standard, like... Not standard, but, like, my most average meals would be... for breakfast, I have, like, toast. Because I'm never very hungry in the morning, so I just have like 2 little slices of toast and then like tea or coffee, depending on how much caffeine I need. Maybe if I'm hungry, I'll also have a banana. And then for lunch, I normally have like pasta. That's like my most common thing. If I'm in a rush, I'd normally have one of the like Huel instant mac and cheese pots, but like I put spinach in it, and hot sauce. Yeah. If I'm not in a rush, then I'll make my own pasta. Not like, you know, I don't like sit there and make the actual pasta itself, but, you know, I make my own sauce. So normally I'd have like either olive oil or tomato based sauce, and then it'd have like beans, spinach, broccoli probably. When I say beans, it's normally black beans. That's my most common thing. And then like onions or something. And then for dinner, normally I would have something with rice. So I'd probably have like a curry or something. Yeah. Or a stew like I'm having at the minute. So like, yeah, the stew that I made was like, the broth is beer because I need to use up a 4-pack of beer that someone gave me. And I don't drink beer. So, well, I don't drink beer at home and I have no use for it. So I'm just using it in food. And then it's got like carrots, potatoes, smoked tofu, spinach, leeks, white onions, and something else. Mushrooms. A lot of mushrooms. It's got multiple types of mushrooms. Yeah. So yeah, that's my average kind of meals across a day. And then for snack, if I'm hungry, I might have some like cashew nuts or popcorn. Those are my like standard like snacks, is cashew nuts or popcorn, unless I'm getting like sugar cravings, in which case I will treat myself to a small amount of vegan chocolate. And when I say a small amount, I mean I only ever have one like row at the most. So yeah. I hope that this is an okay diet. Look at me, I'm a functional VTuber. Oh dear. My relative's allergic to soy, so she can't go vegan even if she wanted to. Oh yeah, that must be really difficult. I mean, you don't have to eat soy as a vegan. I know one vegan that is allergic to soy as well, but it is like more difficult, especially eating out, because so many things are like soy or wheat based. If you have a soy or a gluten thing going on, then yeah, it's difficult. People are so badly educated on how to be a healthy vegan or to have a healthy vegan diet. I mean, people are badly educated about how to have a healthy diet, full stop, to be fair. Like, it's one of those things where people genuinely really struggle with it, because like the information that's out there, a lot of it's kind of outdated. So like things have changed since some of the recommendations came out, and like the recommendations have been updated, but that isn't reflected in the way that people talk about it yet, you know? Which is sad. Yeah. Doesn't help that the stereotypical vegan only eats salad leaves. Yeah, that's very true. Although I also feel, okay, this is another controversial food opinion. I think that people do salads badly. I think that like salads have got a reputation for being boring because everybody just does salads badly. This is my very strong opinion. If you are making a salad and it's just like lettuce, cucumber, and tomato, you deserve a bad salad. Like, you have no creativity. I am shaking my head in disgust at you. That's not it. That's not it. Okay? First of all, it's like boring. It's like it's all like crunchy. I guess the tomato isn't that crunchy, but like the cucumber and lettuce mostly crunchy, and then like the tomato kind of like changes it up a bit, and like that tiny bit of umami. Okay, you need more things in it than that. If you want to feel full from your salad, put a grain in it. Put in like couscous or something. If you've got a gluten problem, put in like rice, you know? Like put a grain in, quinoa, anything, please. Put a grain in your salad. Second of all, you can put in more vegetables, by the way. I really like putting roasted peppers into my salads. And if you are too lazy to roast your own peppers, a lot of places will like sell like jarred roasted peppers. So for example, a lot of supermarkets will sell it. And you can also pick it up at markets and stuff. Or you can make your own if you're feeling adventurous, but you can also buy it. But yeah, I like putting like roasted peppers in my salads. I like putting what else do I like putting in my salads? Beans, because you need some protein in your salad. And I like to make a dressing, but you want to make something that's like not over the top. Like if you're having a salad to be healthy and then you drizzle, like you're meant to drizzle the oil. Don't like put tons and tons of oil on it, you know? That's not needed. Don't do it. Do like a little drizzle, and also put like herbs in it. Like, even if you just have dried herbs, if you put on like dried herbs onto your salad and like a bit of salt and pepper, it makes it taste good. Trust me. This is my opinion. I'm not a dietitian, but this is how I make my salads, and I think my salads are pretty good. Anyway, a bowl of bacon is technically a salad. I don't know how to respond to that. Hello, Zergia, and hello, Flatchins and Kana. Welcome both. How are you doing? I hope you're both good. And also, Robert Brown, hello. Roasted peppers are pretty easy. They are pretty easy, but sometimes I'm lazy. And Adama Kiryu, hello. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. Seasoning is everything. Yeah, exactly. Like you need to put you need to put salt and herbs on your salad. Otherwise it will be a boring and sad salad, you know? I've given you my deepest salad wisdom. Oil is the worst dressing. Depends on the oil though, right? If you have like a seasoned olive oil, that's all I would ever use is like a you know, infused olive oil. You know, I have truffle olive oil. I'm so fancy. They had like it on like 50% discount at the supermarket, and I walked past it and I was like, huh, olive oil is really expensive at the minute. Truffle olive oil is like mega expensive, and I can get a bottle of it for like €5. I could get 2 bottles of it, and that will last me like half of a year, maybe even a whole year, you know? So then I did. I got the comedically overpriced olive oil, and it was worth it. It was worth every penny, because now I put it on my salads and I'm like, wow, I feel so fancy. I've got my truffle olive oil. Jarred roasted peppers are valid. Thank you. My salad wisdom is quick pickled onions or other vegetables. I love pickled vegetables. Okay. I need to tell you something very exciting, okay? Very, very exciting. Okay, so I now know how to make, this is so silly, but you got to understand, I'm very British, okay? In my house, we don't pickle things. But I have been given a genuine Polish recipe for making pickled vegetables. So like, you know, like the classic thing is cucumbers, but you can also put other things in it too. I'm very excited. Fermented pickled or vinegar pickled, like brine. So in like brine. I'm so excited. I'm going to pickle so many things. And then I'm going to put all of the things in my salad. I've never done it before. I want to try though. I want to try. Yeah. Good olive oil is tasty. I love olive oil. Sometimes I just eat it with bread because I love it so much. Wish I had the energy to cook for myself again. That is exactly why I bulk cook. My stew that I made 7 portions of it on Saturday because like I treat Sunday as a working day because I'm streaming for most of the day normally. Obviously I didn't this Sunday. But that's how I set up my calendar. So I basically tell everybody I can't do anything on Sundays ever. And then I just like go out for a long walk in the morning and then I stream if I wake up. Sometimes I don't wake up. I need to send the Will It Pickle Dude. I think you've sent me the Will It Pickle Dude before, actually. Sounds like a ball of sad. Thank you. I make pretty good salads. I'm not gonna lie. I do make. I've been complimented on my salads. Also, remember texture. Don't just have a wet salad, please. Exactly. But that's why I put grains in it. That's why I put like couscous in it. Is because it absorbs the fluid. Because otherwise, you have too many soggy things. Ugh. And when people don't dry their lettuce, like after washing it, gross. I didn't know Psydere saying truffle olive oil would awaken class consciousness in me. Do you think I'm posh? Do you all think I'm posh? A little while back, I went to like a VTuber meetup. It was just a bunch of friends hanging out. And I said like, do you all think I'm middle class? And everyone was like, yes. Do I give that energy? Yes. Yes. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh no, I'm posh now. It's the southern accent. That's fair. That's valid. No, both me and the angry little Korean woman at the same time. Okay. You have a PhD, you know? Just because I have a PhD don't mean I'm posh. Middle class is posh. I think posh is the vibe. You can be middle class and posh. I know people who are middle class and posh. I've also met people that are upper class and posh. I've also met people that are middle class and definitely not posh. Upper class are always posh. Actually, sometimes they're not. I don't know. Truffle olive oil is kind of posh. I know it is a bit. But it was on reduction. Middle class means something very different in the UK than it does in the US, I think. I should clarify this. I think it means something different. So middle class in actually maybe it means kind of the same thing financially, but culturally it's definitely significantly different, I think. Yeah. Can you be working class and posh? Yes. I have met people who are working class and posh. Normally it's people who have like experienced some kind of social mobility within their life. Some people would argue that I'm working class and posh because I did not grow up middle class. I did not grow up upper class either. I grew up I was for anyone who's British, you'll understand what this means. I was on free school meals. So, yeah. The PhD slots you in middle class. I can accept that. I can accept that I've done a social mobility. Yeah. I can see that I don't understand posh. Posh is like somebody that like goes to the opera and to art museums on their free time. And they listen to...
Wave.
Hi, Voucher Spy. Hi. Thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. Really appreciate it. But yeah, posh is like somebody that goes to the opera. They go to the art galleries. They have like wine parties with their friends, like cheese and wine parties, where they discuss what they got up to at private school. You know? Pretentious but with heart. Sometimes they don't have a heart. Most of their family wealth is through land. That's posh. Free school meals were good though. I mean, it depends on where you went to school. Mine were kind of yikes. Because like they couldn't No, it's not that they couldn't. They wouldn't make anything that catered for my allergies. So I basically had like tomato pasta every single day. Nothing in it, by the way. Literally just tomato sauce on pasta every single day for like 5 years. Until I got to the point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to go and I have to make my own food now. It was when I was in sixth form, I gave up. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Uh-huh. Hi Nova Pause. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I hope you're good. And hi Torgamus. Hello, hello. Hope you're good too. Hard take tomato and pasta hits different though. I don't know. Hard take tomato and pasta hits different though. It's okay. I wouldn't choose it for lunch every single day for 5 years though. You know? I would prefer a little bit of variety, to be honest. Hi Renera. Hello, hello. Yeah. I think a great part of my executive dysfunction comes from rotating shifts and sleep deprivation. ADHD is not enough to explain it. Possibly. Rotating shifts is one of the types of shift patterns that do quite significantly impact your executive dysfunctioning or executive functioning even. Yeah. I don't know. Because school food is literally just the food children eat. You can't bring your own food. It's to make sure that kids from rich parents stay in the system. So they must cater to allergies and special diets. Okay, that makes it that's sensible. That should be done. My school, like, there was no obligation and they were like not even happy about the tomato pasta, you know? Like they weren't even happy about that. And whenever we went on like school trips and stuff, I just wouldn't eat anything because they'd give me like a single banana and that would be my lunch. That was a thing. Any idea how you deal with a person with BPD where they go from fine to needing a lot on a whim? I'm not a clinical psychologist, so I can't help you with that, I'm afraid. I'm a research psychologist and I know nothing about mental health. I'm sorry. Go talk to a medical professional. I'm sorry. Sent you the entirety of Will It Pickle playlist so you can grab ideas. I'm excited. I'm going to binge watch this before I go to sleep. I'm fine, thank you for asking. What about you? I'm okay, thank you. I think I'm getting sick though. I have a feeling I'm getting sick, which isn't great, but it's fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. A succulent banana meal, exactly. Exactly. It's not the first time and it's not the last time, I'm sure. You know? I've had many times where I have had to just survive off of 1 to 5 bananas, and that's been my entire food. You guys were getting food at school? I remember I'd end up making friends with the lady running the canteen and we're basically constantly owe and pay money back. I got free government meals because my family was poor, so like I had like, it was actually quite when I think back to it, it was like a little bit what's the word? It wasn't traumatizing. But I feel weird about it, you know? Basically like everyone else would just pay with money, like normal money. And like they gave us like little plastic counters, you know, is what in the UK would call tiddlywinks. I don't know what the actual term for those is. But they're like coin sized and made out of brightly colored plastic. So like you would be handing over a piece of brightly colored plastic. They'd give you 5 of them per week. You were meant to have 1 per day, obviously, but like, you know, if you were really hungry, you could in theory have 2 and then just skip a meal. And yeah, then you handed over a single piece of plastic instead of a coin, and everyone would know because it was brightly colored, and that was strange. That was strange. Yeah. Yeah, off-putting, yeah. Tokens or chits. Oh, is that what they're called? I think they're called tiddlywinks. I'm pretty sure. If not that, isn't that the most whimsical British word you've ever heard? Yeah, they are called tiddlywinks in the UK. Is this or is this not the most whimsical British word that you have ever heard? So whimsical. Oh, it's a child's game. I didn't even know it was a game. I just knew the like, little plastic things as it. Gotta teach the kids about company. Oh, it's so true. It's so true. Oh. No doubt no one actually explained to you or the other students. It's just how it is, so don't overthink it. Yeah, it was like, well, other students would ask. They'd be like, why are you giving a piece of plastic instead of food? That's really weird. And I'd be like, this is my money. I'm built different. But yeah, it's a bit random. I don't know. Free food, that's how you know she didn't grow up during Thatcher. No, I didn't. My milk was thoroughly unsnatched, thank you very much. Not that I could drink it. Oh, it has a Wikipedia page. Tiddlywinks is a game played on a flat felt mat with sets of small discs called winks, a pot, which is the target, and a collection of squidgers, which are also discs. Squidgers. So we've got the tiddlywinks and we've got the squidgers. I have no words. As part of strategic gameplay, players often attempt to squap their opponent's winks. British isn't a real language. I do sometimes think that we're making things up. Oh no. Why are we like this? Why are we like this? Why do we give things such silly names? Oh no. Here a lot of laws about education are designed to make sure that rich parents keep their kids in the same system as poor kids, meaning that not only do children grow up with people from all kinds of backgrounds, rich parents want to contribute more to take care of their kids too. See, that seems very sensible to me. This is not how it works in the UK. In big chunks of the UK, they have, well, they just have like secondary schools and you just go to them and they're not selective. But in some parts of the UK, the schools make you sit an exam to get into them. And then if you get into the fancy school, then you're in a grammar school and or sometimes they're also Catholic schools. And you get to get a good education, and it's where most of the middle and upper class kids go if they don't go to private school. And then if you're not, then you go to the local comprehensive, which is normally significantly worse and may or may not have had a stabbing on the premises. So, you know, we don't have that. We don't have that sense of equality. And then, like, even if it's an area that doesn't have these selective exams, what happens instead is that, like, basically if you're in a different postcode area, so like there's, you know, like a zip code, like a postal code area for mail, if you're in one postcode, you go to one school, and if you're in a different postcode, you go to a different school. But normally the different postcodes are kind of split along class lines. So you'll have, for example, I don't know, postcode A, which is all like, you know, £500,000 to £1 million houses and lots of posh people, and then their local comprehensive is like well funded because they get more taxes from all the rich people. And then there's the other postcode B, which is, you know, deprived, and as a result, the school is also getting all of the kids from deprived backgrounds. And that is how the British schooling system works. Yeah. Yeah. When something's truly British, it sounds alien. When it's based on something from any other language, it makes sense. We are built different. What can I say? We're just built different. Our school had a problem that a student used to just buy their own, and so the school would just let students get away with it. What, in terms of food? Have you heard about the massacre of Toddlywoops? We would never do such a shocking thing. There's definitely no historical precedent for such a thing. How am I Lucky Rain. Hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. Does anyone else's country have military schools? I don't think the UK has military schools, but it does have training places for the military where you go if you're already in the military. And also, fun fact, the British military will pay for you to go to medical school. If you're like trying to get into medical school and you also have like military links and you apply for the military, then they'll cover you. They'll cover your tuition fees and they'll give you a good stipend, and then you get instant access into the army as like an army doctor. So yeah, that's a thing. I know this because I once wanted to go into medical school, and as a student from a working class background, I couldn't afford to do all of the things I needed to do for medical school. So I was like, how could I get this paid for? I need some kind of scholarship perhaps, because the student loans ain't cutting it. And medical school is very intense, so you can't really work alongside it. And then I didn't get the grades for it anyway. So I never would have gone, but it's fine. I went and did psychology and worked 4 days a week instead. I got so much retail experience. Yippee! These kinds of schools are an English thing. We don't have them in Scotland. They're not an English thing. They also have them in Northern Ireland, but they were probably brought over from England into Northern Ireland. There are very few schools here with entrance exams. Those are usually high schools that specialize in stuff like arts, music, or STEM. But for instance, food budget is the same across for the whole municipality based on student amount. The city actually publishes the catering lists for all the government catering stuff, not just schools. That's smart. I like that. That's very smart. Iffy but good. I'm glad. I'm glad. How easy is it to get British citizenship? It's a pain. I have I supported Husmod during the process of getting British citizenship, and it's a process. It's also extremely expensive, and most countries you pay an amount up front for the application, and then when you get accepted onto having the citizenship, then you pay the rest of it. So for example, Ireland, if I was to naturalize as an Irish citizen, I would pay something like 300 euros up front, and then I would pay the remainder once I've got it approved. Oh no, not for the UK. For the UK, you got to pay like 1,500 Great British pounds sterling up front, and you might get rejected. That's a thing. You also have to do a bunch of exams, which is annoying. You can skip some of them if you've got a English language degree, or like a degree that was done in the English language. But yeah, that's a thing. There you go. State-funded military ethos boarding schools for children, like the Duke of York's Royal Military School, catering to different ages and careers within the British Armed Forces and their family. Oh, there is one then. How strange. I did not know that was a thing. The British have charm school. I don't even know what charm school is. My mum frequently threatened to send me there for being rude, crude, and uncouth. I wasn't actually rude though, just crude and uncouth. Charm school. Is that like etiquette training? There is like etiquette training. That's a thing. I didn't do it, obviously. Just listen to me. I didn't do any etiquette training. I didn't even know a single etiquette. I purposely put my elbows on the table. I don't know what knife or fork does what. Sometimes I eat my spoon with a fork because I'm so confused. Hi DP, hello, hello, happy new year, hello, and hello Sarah Fox as well, hello. I hope you're both good. How are you doing? And Araf as well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you're all doing good. How are you doing? I tried to get the military to finance my psychology education, but they didn't want to. And now I get regular calls asking if I'm done with my education, and then they would want me. Classic military moment. You eat spoons with a fork? Yes. Yes. I'm confused. I was honest. I was honest. I don't know anything. I'm very confused all the time. Why does the UK have such funny food names? Do you pour all of the happiness into silly food names? And silly game names apparently as well. What are you thinking when you say that? My personal favourite is Toad in the Hole. It sounds really threatening. What's your favourite British food name? I give it exactly 3 seconds before someone says spotted dick. Every time. Every time. You know, the statement, I eat spoons with a fork, does actually make sense in a British context. Because we have this pub chain called Weatherspoon, and everyone just calls it spoons. So I could, in theory, say, I eat my spoons with a fork. And it's like, I'm eating the food at spoons. Weatherspoon. JD Weatherspoon with a fork. So I think actually this is a completely coherent sentence, and I'm definitely not going back after the fact and trying to mop up my mess. The royal family. Yeah, very good British meal. Yeah. Charm school is the same thing as finishing school, apparently. What is finishing school? That sounds threatening. Finish him. What is this? It focuses on teaching young women social graces and upper class cultural rights as a preparation for entry into society. Oh, that sounds like my idea of hell. Oh dear. Winkfield Place in Ascot specialises in culinary expertise and moved to a new location in Surrey around 1990, where it joined with Moore Park Finishing School before Moore Park closed in 1998 to 99. Why is this a thing? I have so many questions. Why would, like, upper class cultural rights? What are they? I wonder what they are. I don't know. I don't know what rich people do. What's your favourite British video game? Train Simulator. Easy. You don't want to be taught etiquette to prepare to enter society? I don't. First of all, bold of you to assume I'm going to enter society. I'm a VTuber. That ship has long sailed. Second of all, what is an etiquette? I don't know what a single etiquette is. Genuinely, I actually don't know what etiquette is. What is that? I'm not like, this isn't a bit. I actually don't know what it is. I'm going to look on the Wikipedia page now. Etiquette can be defined as a set of norms or personal behaviour in polite society, usually occurring in the form of an ethical code of the expected and accepted social behaviours that accord with the conventions and norms observed and practiced by a society, a social class, or a social group. I'm autistic! I don't know how these things work. Bold of you to assume I care about social norms. Oh, you're heading out, Luke? Thank you for joining us. I hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining us. I hope the family stuff's good, or at least okay. Thank you. Why does everything that sounds rich happen to be in the south of England? Because of the north-south class divide, or rather the north-south wealth divide. It's a thing. It's a thing. Hi, Tayo. Hello, hello. How are you? I hope you're good. Yeah, get a load of this guy. Look at this creature. I'm a little creature. It's me, I'm a creature. Hello! Thank you for the follow. I like goth mummy thighs. That's one heck of a username. I'm sure a lot of people relate to that. Welcome, welcome. Oh, welcome into the research participation pool. Thank you for following. I could do something really funny right now, actually. I could do something really funny. Wait. It is me. I am the goth mommy. You're in the right place. I hope you like vampires. No thighs for you. Look at this. I've got like twigs. I'm sorry. These are terribly disappointing. I'm so sorry. Apparently we're sticking with the Marceline model now. Like, why not just go between all of my models? Let's whip out the Vroid now. Just kidding, I've lost it. I don't know where it is anymore. I should try and find it. Drinking coffee from the cup was etiquette before drinking it from the saucer fell out of use. Huh. I just scoop it up in my hands. I failed you on the thighs. No, you did perfect. They're perfect. It's just not the thighs they were expecting. I choose to prefer the knee starts inside the skirt. The rest is all just calf. It's true. I've got comedically long calves. It's true. Has anyone as a kid eaten raw ramen from the bag? As a kid? I still do that. Like when I'm making instant noodles, I just break up some of the noodles and I just crunch on them. Because they're yummy. I like the way they crunch. GFE stands for girl failure experience. I'm not a girl failure. I'm highly qualified. I am literally the opposite of a NEET. I'm as opposite to a NEET as you can possibly get. You'd pour the coffee from the cup into the saucer, so with the big surface area it would cool quickly, and then you'd suck it, often through a sugar cube. That sounds like a lot of effort. I would not do that, actually. I feel like even back then I still would have just drunk it from the cup because that's how I am. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in, neuro-sama. Thank you, thank you. You are though, you're super neat. Thanks. They're just twisty crisps. Twisty crisps? I ate raw tortellini because my parents would not let me cook them. That sounds dangerous. Are you still in education if you're the educator? I'm permanently in education because I am teaching myself. I am self-educating because now I'm qualified to do that. Trust me, I read it on the internet. Oh dear. The more I use this model, the more I like it. I also like how my head just like blends into things. Like, you can't see this, I think. On OBS, my hair just blends into the top of it. It makes me happy. Isn't everyone qualified to self-learn? Good question. So, by the nature of self-learning, in theory, anyone can be qualified to self-learn. However, in order to self-learn effectively, you need to have the right kinds of skills in terms of discerning whether the information that you are reading is actually good quality or not. So you need to be able to develop your critical thinking skills before you can self-learn to the point where it's actually useful. Because if you are self-learning without critical thinking skills, or if you are self-learning and you're misapplying your critical thinking skills, that's how people end up believing conspiracy theories. If you ask any conspiracy theorist or someone that's like really deep down, like, for example, like health misinformation rabbit holes, they will be like, yeah, man, I've done my research, because they have. They have read so much. It's just what they are reading is silly. Yeah. Yeah, I've done my own research. Exactly, Cogs right. I'll say hi, Cogs right. Exactly. Like, they have done their own research. They're not lying. They've done a lot of hours of research normally, but it's just not good research. Yeah. I love the idea of getting a PhD and then Googling, what do you do with a PhD? I did Google, what do I do with a PhD while I was a PhD student. But then I got a job and I worked it out. Then again, if you already know how to research, you're already halfway to knowing. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like there is like a base level that people need to be taught, because I do think that like critical thinking and then using your critical thinking appropriately, it is a skill that anybody can learn. But some people, if they're left to their own devices, will apply it in completely the wrong way, or they won't use it at all because they haven't developed the skill yet. You know, in the same way that like some people can just get on a bicycle and they can just ride it the first time, and other people need stabilizers and a parent holding onto them, and they need to maybe still be having stabilizers until the ripe old age of 12 because they are not very coordinated. Definitely not speaking from experience. Different people are good at different things, you know, and that's okay. But it does mean that some people shouldn't jump straight into self-learning. They should be listening to the people who know how to self-learn first. And people don't just know how to self-learn because they say it. If somebody says to you, oh yeah, I know how to self-learn everything, don't just believe them, because they might be self-learning wrong. Yeah. Oddly specific. I don't know anything about riding a bike and still using stabilizers at the age of 12 or 13, because every time that you try and get onto a bike without stabilizers, you fall off, and it's really embarrassing because all of your friends have taken off their stabilizers and you are now a fully grown teenager with stabilizers, and everyone keeps looking at you funny, and now you don't ride a bike anymore because everyone's looking at you funny. I wouldn't know anything about that. I have no idea. My sister's new boyfriend is an anti-vaxxer. I've met people like that in the past and argued with them, but I really struggled with him because I didn't want to make things awkward with my sister. She's not an anti-vaxxer, but she also doesn't argue with him about it. Yeah, it's really, really difficult. I have relatives who say things that are very, very conspiratorial, or that I just outright disagree with for various reasons. And when there's misinformation and conspiracy theories involved, it can be really, really difficult because people get emotional about it. Because if you're saying, like, for lack of a better phrase, what you believe is incorrect, it's objectively incorrect, and they've done all of the research that they've done into it, it kind of hurts, right? It's kind of hurting their ego a bit, you know? It's upsetting to be told, like, the hours and hours that you've spent doing this thing, you did it wrong, and your conclusion is wrong. You know, I'm a scientist. Like, when someone says that to me, I'm like, yeah, fair enough. But like, I had to build that skill as well. I had to build the ability to accept that I'm wrong. But I was like an arrogant little thing when I was a kid. But I learned how to know when other people are probably correct, telling me that I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it can be really, really difficult. And unfortunately, one of the big drivers for people believing medical misinformation, like about vaccines and stuff, is just like fear or distrust or bad experiences with the medical system. And I'm not sure what to do about it, to be honest, because a lot of the evidence points to the best thing to do about conspiracy theories and misinformation being like just like prevent it. There's an interesting paper that came out a little while back. It was probably like a year ago now, to be honest. But it was using machine learning algorithms. So it was like using like a large language model. It was ChatGPT. I don't know why I'm like beating around the bush. They used ChatGPT to basically like they prompted it to refute people's conspiracy theories. And what they found was that when people like had this dialogue with ChatGPT, it actually did affect how much they believed the conspiracy theory. Largely, it went down. On average, it went like their belief in it, like their confidence in it went down. And that seems to be because there's kind of a mix of like, you need to be able to refute the arguments that are being made. But on top of that, you also need to do it in an empathetic way. And when it's like a really politicized topic like that, it can be really, really difficult to do. So, yeah. You have to refute the arguments. You have to do it in a kind and empathetic way. You need to make sure that they do not feel like you're talking down to them, because the second that somebody who believes misinformation or conspiracy theories thinks that you're talking down to them, they disengage or they get hostile. Like they won't be interested in talking to you about it anymore. So it is a difficult one. It's very difficult. I haven't broached the topic with my relative. So yeah. Yeah. Is my my browser crashed. Okay. Okay. I guess you also have to refute it with confidence and authority. Yeah, I mean, it's like the same as any persuasive techniques, really. You have to hit the right emotions. You have to seem like, yeah, you're like an authority and you're confident and you know what you're talking about. But yeah, it's really difficult to be all of those things. So, yeah. Yeah, and some people have very understandable reasons to distrust the system. Exactly, exactly. One of the big things that you'll find is that like people are more likely to believe conspiracy theories, especially if they have less education. And like sometimes that's been read as like, well, if you just go to university, then you won't believe conspiracy theories anymore. So we should put more people through university. I think actually it probably is like a third variable driving both. I think it's probably like deprivation, right? Because if somebody's from a deprived area, they're going to be less likely to go to university. But they're also more likely to have bad experiences with the healthcare system, for example. They're more likely to have reasons to distrust the government. So I do feel like a lot of the time it is built on like a grain of truth, but then there's like layers and layers of narrative that's built on top of it that like really isn't correct. Yeah. They would believe ChatGPT over some random dude. I'm not sure where ChatGPT falls into it, to be honest. Like, yeah, this was just like one paper that I read like a year ago and I haven't really followed up on it because like I just, yeah, ran out of time to look into it. I really want to though. I want to see if there's been any new studies building on it. Relative deprivation as a predictor of conspiracy belief. I'll take it. Is there any research on that, Mylan? Because I actually don't know if there is. I know that there was like one opinion piece that I've read that was like, in order to improve, like, or rather to decrease conspiracy theory beliefs, we need to increase psychological well-being. But I think that the arguments that were made in it weren't very direct. Yeah. To my knowledge and experience, autistic kids have a higher chance to feel arrogant, primarily because they have a higher chance to be misunderstood by others and show higher educational capabilities at the same time. Leave that untouched and you end up with a nightmare of a life. Yeah, I was one of the arrogant autistic kids. I don't think it was because like, I don't know if it was because about being misunderstood or anything though. I think it was just I genuinely didn't really process that other people had opinions. Like, I still don't really, to be honest. I have to actively think it through. Like, I don't look at someone and think, oh, yes, this person thinks differently to me. You know? Like, I have to talk to them and then I realize it and I, like, check myself, you know? It's, I don't know. The amount of nurses who went through uni who believe in COVID or anti-vax stuff is wild. My aunt's a manager at the NHS and the amount of people falling for it. Yes, this was something that I experienced as well when I was working in the NHS. I had so many colleagues who believed conspiracy theories about vaccines specifically, including psychologists, by the way. I had one colleague who refused to get vaccinated despite working in a service that had a lot of like older people in it. So like we needed to be vaccinated really because we were working with a very, very medically vulnerable population. And they wouldn't do it. And I was like, okay, you do you. And then they got the flu and gave it to like 10 patients. But yeah, it is a thing. I've met a lot of like NHS nurses and just NHS staff in general that believe that kind of thing. But I feel like that's almost like the other end of the spectrum in a way. Like they almost like trust their expertise so much that they don't think they could possibly be wrong about it, if that makes sense. I mean, I've also seen it in psychologists of like, you know, very, very confidently giving diagnoses, for example, that are just very obviously not right. It does happen, you know? I don't know. Thank you for the hydrate, Urashiro. I will. I have finished my now cold chamomile tea. Very good. Bilovich, nice. Here's a fun... Wait, actually, no, never mind. I was going to say, here's a fun fact about Mikhail Bilovich, and then I realised it's not a fun fact, and it's also kind of political, so I'm not going to say it. Never mind. That's exactly what I mean when I say misunderstood, because you don't really know how to communicate as you need extra help on that. That's true, to be fair. That's true. Yeah. I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water. I have to give a whole presentation about this to parents as part of my first caregiver training. It's a big problem and likely getting worse. I would be super interested in hearing a summary of that presentation, actually, if you would be willing to share it with me. I've been told by a dentist that the markings on tubes are quality indicators. They're alignment for the manufacturing thing, methinks. Markings on what tubes? What am I missing? There's that finding that people with higher reasoning abilities are more prone to motivated reasoning because they can twist logic into pretzels and get the conclusion they want. Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm glad that I'm a little bit silly. Because I don't twist logic into pretzels because I'm not smart enough to do it. Enjoy your tutoring, Comb Belladonna. I hope you're having a good day and I hope your tutoring goes well. Oh, on toothpaste. I see. I see. Oh, the bad diagnoses. I feel like the only use of my clinical masters is knowing when diagnoses are terrible. I've had some real experiences. And like, okay, like there was this one person when I was working in the NHS, there was this one person, I still think about them a lot. They were diagnosed with a personality disorder and like a mood disorder and something else as well. And they had been put through literally every type of treatment that you can imagine for these things. They had been on all of the drugs. They had been given electroconvulsive therapy, which is the thing where they like strap you down on a bed and give you muscle relaxants and you're unconscious, but then they zap your brain with electricity. It sounds worse than it is, but it still has unpleasant side effects. What else did they do? They did something else as well. Like they were like older, so I'm pretty sure that they said that they'd had one of the really, really unpleasant types of therapy when they were younger, like insulin shock therapy or something. So they had really like been through the wars in the medical system. And I spent like an hour in like an appointment with this person. We were just like doing some routine like cognitive testing basically. And I'm like looking at the results of this cognitive testing that I'm doing as we go along, and I'm like, hang on a second. They're like, this is a very spiky profile, and also all of my like clinical colleagues have been telling me that this person is an absolute nightmare to get on with, and we've been having a completely pleasant time. Not a single moment of miscommunication between us in the entire hour that we've been in this room. So admittedly this was entirely vibes based, but I went away to the clinical psychologist and I was like, I don't think this person has a personality disorder. I think they're autistic. I should also mention another thing that kind of like gave it away slightly. There's a like autistic, well, neurodiverse people in general, but especially autistic people are much more likely to be like gender diverse. And this person was trans, and I was like, they're like, there's no way, like, surely not. And yeah, I told the clinical psychologist it's entirely vibes based, but I think this person's autistic. Please refer them for an assessment, because yeah, it might help. And tism to tism communication, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. There's this thing called the double empathy problem. And there's like some evidence starting to show this now, that like autistic people can communicate together really easily. Neurotypical people can communicate together really easily, but like it's the autistic neurotypical crossover where things start to go a bit wacky, and like, you know, basically there's like different ways of communicating and empathizing that work within a neurotype but not across very well. So yeah. But yeah, and I went away and did the rest of my job, and then I left the job because I didn't like working in the NHS. And then 6 months later, I dropped by to like pick up some stuff, and then also to like, you know, drop off like a thank you card to someone, and to drop off like a present for everybody for the office. And I didn't ask, actually, sorry. It was unprompted. One of the staff members that I was talking to was like, oh yeah, do you remember this patient? And I was like, yeah, I do actually. I do. And they were like, yeah, it turns out they are autistic. And the personality disorder diagnosis was wrong. And I was like, I see. So you're telling me that this person has been through like 50 years of really unpleasant treatments. They've been on disability their whole life because they couldn't function because of all the side effects. And it's just entirely because they got the wrong diagnosis, because you've been trying to medicate them for a mental health difficulty that they didn't have. Yeah. That kind of shook me a bit. I'm not gonna lie, like that was like the main thing that made me decide I didn't want to work in clinical psychology anymore. Because I know that if I'd gone into it, I probably could have made a difference for people like that person. But I think seeing that time and time again would have really messed with me, you know, because that one messed with me. So that's why I went into research instead. Because it's less emotionally distressing. Yeah. I hope they're having a good life now, at least. Yeah. Sounds like the treatment progression that happened with my autistic sister. Yeah, that kind of treatment progression seems to unfortunately be pretty common. Yeah. Basically, the main points are that Andrew Wakefield was a creep who made everything up. Accurate. Data shows that autism was in no way correlated with vaccine use, and removing removing one of the chemicals in the vaccine did not lower autism rates. Yes. The overall data suggests a high degree of heritability with 95% concordance rate between identical twins. I knew that. Because I always joke that I got my autism from my dad, and then whenever he does something weird, I'm like, that's mighty autistic of you, father. And he's like, hush, child. Basically, genetic and teratogen exposure whilst in the womb are the main causes of autism. Interesting. Thank you. Yeah. I have multiple instances of neurodivergence in my family, so yeah. Yeah. I've seen the link between neurodivergence and gender nonconformity. Is there an explanation for that? I don't know if there's an outright explanation. My guess would be that autistic people are, well, I can speak for autistic people. Because that's what my research is more in, is like adult experiences with autism, like specifically high functioning autistic people that work in STEM. That's like specifically my area of expertise. But for autistic people, I guess this is also kind of coming from a personal place as well, but it's like, I think it's like social norms partially. Like you don't really like, I'm not really very aware of the pressure, like the gender expectations that are placed on me, apparently. Like I genuinely just don't realize them. But then also, like, I wouldn't be surprised if alexithymia has a little bit of a role in it as well. Cause like I have weird sensations in my body and I don't know what they are. And then sometimes I just don't, like a lot of the time I just don't really feel anything in my body, and I don't really feel any emotions, and I don't feel a lot of things because I don't really know what I'm feeling, and the feelings that I have are quite subdued. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of some combination of those two things. Yeah. Like I mean, I identify as like a cisgender woman, but I don't feel like a cisgender woman because I don't know what that means. Like, I genuinely don't know what that means. If someone says to me like, "Oh, do you feel like a woman?" I'm like, "I don't know. What is that? What does it mean? What is feeling womanly? What is feeling feminine? How is it different to feeling masculine? What are they? I genuinely don't understand what those concepts are. I don't get it." So, yeah. uh, You'd think after a few different treatments not working, someone would reassess them. They reassess the treatments, but they don't reassess the diagnosis often. Sometimes they do reassess the diagnosis if you have like a different clinician come in and it's very obviously wrong, but this person had been seeing the same doctor for like 20 years, so nobody questioned it. Yeah. I'm a bit wary of getting a proper ADHD assessment because I'm a tad scared to think that it might have derailed my life for 10 years. I can see that, but also it, like, depending on if, I think the bigger thing is like, would you actually get support moving forward? Because if you would, then you're preventing the next however many tens of years being derailed for the same reason, you know? My wife was a research psychologist. She thought that the clinical psychologist has issues and they went into clinical research to find out what was wrong with themselves. That's so funny. I love that. I stand by that statement. Like whenever I talk to clinical psychologists, I either get exactly that vibe or they're like hippies and they're like, I just want to do good in the world, man, you know? That's my experience, is that they have issues that they want to learn about and help see in others and stuff like that, or they're just hippies. uh, I had an issue with stats today. Uni kept bringing up correlation is not causation, and I kept thinking, but what happens when it is? But it isn't. It by definition can't be. Correlation means that like the two things are co-occurring, whereas causation is like change in X thing explicitly leads to change in another thing. Like there's no way to work out which thing came first with a correlation. And yeah, you can sometimes have a correlation that indicates that there's causation, or like that's like the way that you detect that there's a pattern, but you can't discern the causation from it. Yeah. So that's why they're saying that. But if they're not explaining it properly, then that I'm gonna bite them. Was the rough treatment because they were trans? I had trans people meet a lot of bad diagnostics, especially for mental health, unfortunately. No, they came out very, very late in life. So they received most of the treatment like well before they came out. I'm reading. Sorry, I'm like catching up with chat. On the other hand, flipping the question, do you not feel like a woman would equally hit the same note? Yeah, exactly. I feel like me. There's no specific gender there. Like, I just exist, but like, I just don't think about it. Maybe that's the way to describe it. I don't think about it. I have never once in my life thought, ah, yes, right now I feel like a woman, or right now I don't feel like a woman. It just genuinely never crosses my mind because, like, what does that mean? What does that feel like? I don't know. I don't know. Also, hi, Kel Lillian. Hello, hello. I'm just trying to be human, so the gender element seems a lot extra sometimes. Exactly. I struggle to be human. Look at me. I'm literally a vampire. Oh, dear. I would chew on the toy train, Cleeper. No, I would play with the toy train and I would chew on the doll, actually. That's the way that I would do it. That's the way I would do it. That's pretty funny. I like that. It amuses me how you default to biting, given how many times I've been bitten by autistic people. I mean, I'm not a biter normally, but I have been known to bite occasionally. You know, I didn't choose the vampire for no reason. Oh. The feminine urge to raise a hidden army out of the volcano island and release hordes of robots on the world. How did you know? Literally me. Why not chew both? I don't want to chew the train. I like trains. I would let the train, I would set down an entire model train track, let it go, start going, and then I would chew on the doll. That would be the order I do it in. Actually, I'd be chewing on the doll while I set up the trains. I think it worked out to 25 bites a year. That's not too bad. That's still a lot of bites. That's a lot of bites, Thatchers Incarnate. That's more than I get bitten in a year at least. As a great philosopher once said, biting is the highest form of flattery, or rabies. Probably rabies. There's certain pen tops that have certain brain tingling chomp. Yes, there really is. And you know, I've when I went to Vexpo, I got these like we were all given these like toothpicks. They're like flavored toothpicks. So now I have flavored toothpicks on my desk that I chew on when I'm thinking. And I keep thinking I should get some more, actually. I keep thinking I should do that. But I chew on them so aggressively that I got a splinter in my mouth earlier from the toothpick because I chewed on it so much. So that's not great. You're gonna head to sleep, Arcnavist? Okay, okay. I hope you sleep well. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a good sleep. Bye. I can destroy toothpicks. That's relatable. Yeah, turn them to pulp. That's literally what I did earlier. It was really bad. I like split all the way down the middle and then I got a splinter from it. Yeah. Biting works for conflict as well as affection. Exactly. You know what's up. It's how I express affection and it's also how I express get away from me. You came too close. I'm not functioning. I'm going to bite. Oh dear. The best thing created by man are toothpicks with mint flavored tips. This brand has like mint toothpicks. They also sponsor VTubers, which is quite funny. That's why they like had a partnership with Vexpo. But they have like mint flavored toothpicks. They have peach ones. They have cinnamon, which my manager said tastes like batteries. And I was like, how do you know what batteries taste like? And he didn't give me a good enough explanation. And Then he messaged someone else asking about chewing batteries, and they were also equally confused. So I think that my manager eats batteries. Don't eat batteries. That's not good. That's not good. But yeah, they have mint ones. They have coffee flavored ones as well that I'm kind of tempted about. You know, kind of tempted. Time to send an email. How would we feel about the toothpick partnership? I don't think I could get a toothpick partnership. Maybe I could. No, I don't think I could. I don't think we could. I don't think we could do that. Oh dear. Tolok Silver, thank you so much for the sub. What the heck? Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining as a research assistant in the lab. I hope you're ready to do some research. Trust me, there's nothing bad happening in this research. Yeah, 9-volt batteries can stop your heart if they hit the right interval of heartbeat. Yeah, it's not good. Don't do that. Don't swallow a battery. But apparently they have like a coating on them to stop kids from swallowing them, so they taste bad. Apparently it tastes the same as that stuff that people put onto like their fingernails to stop them chewing their fingernails. And apparently there's something else that tastes like that too, and that's how that conversation happened. Hi Psychorva, hello. Did someone say lab? Yeah, this is the lab. I'm literally in the lab. Look, I'm in my lab basement right now with my server racks and my definitely not suspicious EEG equipment down there. I get to have an EEG and an MRI. I'm so excited. I'm gonna see my brain. I'm gonna ask them to let me see it. My nose is like stuffed up. I'm sorry. Also, Swizz, hello. Thank you so much for the 10 months. What the heck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Just random swarming by. I don't often catch your streams, but I appreciate smart talks. Thank you. Thank you for dropping by. I really appreciate it. Especially when there's like VR chat karaoke happening right now, you know, which I'm gonna go and watch after the stream. I'm not gonna lie. Hee hee. Yeah, toothpick partnership. Force Myelin to animate your models chewing toothpicks. I would not do that to them. That would be brutal, I think, actually. I'm sorry, I need to blow my nose. Bear with me 1 second. Wow, I did a whole animation while I was doing that. Wild. It would be easy. Well, if you put it that way. I'll ask Titan about the toothpick sponsorship, since you seem to want it, everybody. If everybody wants it, I will ask Titan about it and we'll see what we can do. I can't promise anything though. I'm just a little guy. Everybody, you need to all remember that I'm just a little guy. I'm a small little bean who doesn't. I'm a small creature. Nobody knows who I am really, so most affiliate things or like, you know, merch things or like joint partnership things, there'll always be a no because I'm a little guy. But I will still ask my manager to ask about it potentially. I can't promise being the target audience for flavored toothpicks. Twitch partner seems achievable though. I really want to try and get Twitch partner. I think we could do it. But like, okay, so here's the thing. In order to get Twitch partner, you need to have, let me find the achievement for it. We'll talk through this together so we can all game plan. Okay, so path to partner, you need 6 streams on 6 unique days with an average of 75 viewers across 2 months. So right now, I don't have that. I don't have that. In the period between the 5th of November to the 5th of December, I had 3 streams that meet that met that criteria. So, and that's because if you look at my number right now, okay, I'm gonna turn my I normally have it turned off because I'm scared of it. If you look at my number right now, mine says 65. Which means that I'm still 5 below, but that's like quite far into the stream. If I go onto my stream summary real quickly, where it auto calculates my average viewers for the stream, because the first hour, not that many people, like not everybody turns up yet, is 59. So that means that I need basically like 20 extra people before I can apply. And I've already applied before when I met the criteria and I got rejected, because they're also looking at like, can you sustain the amount of stream of people viewing? So yeah. Jumping between the funny numbers. I am indeed. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Keep in mind the website is more detailed on requirements. Yeah, I've looked into it like quite a lot, because I am planning on doing a partner push this year. I just got to time it right. I need 2 months back to back where I am at a reasonable chance of getting that. But I think it might not be until towards the end of the year, because I'm not hitting the numbers at the minute. And you know, it's not like I don't want to be like a full-time streamer as a job. For me, it's like a way to talk to universities and explain what I'm doing, and then like get scientists on the stream to talk about what they're doing. Because like I like at the minute, like I have some really cool people in my network that I could ask who do really interesting research. And I have asked a couple of people and they've been quite interested in doing it. But like, in order to get something that's like actually university approved through like a comms department, I need some kind of badge that shows that I'm legit, and that's what partner would give me. So yeah, that's my thinking. Maybe one day it will change. Yeah, maybe one day it will change. I think maybe you could try reaching out to Shu Mimi or Ellie Minibot for a collab, because I think both could talk about smart stuff. I know Ellie. We've talked about potentially maybe one day collabing, but it's like a scheduling thing. I don't like, I'm kind of like mutuals with Shumi, but I don't really know her very well. Like, I watch her. I watch her a lot, actually. She's like probably like number 4 or 5 on my, like, if there was like a 4th or 5th place on Twitch recap, she probably would have been one of them. But yeah, I'm like not very good at doing collabs in general, because I haven't done that many. I have like a long list of people I want to collab with, and both of them are on it. But I have other people that I want to collab with first, because frankly they often asked me like a year ago, and I was like, yeah, we can collab when my life calms down a bit and I'm done with the PhD. And then it took me a year. So oh dear. But yeah, either of them would be so cool. Because I love both of them, like as content creators. Ellie's like a lovely person. And then like both of them do really cool content as well. And they're both really smart and they know really cool things. Yeah. But like I said, I've got like a long old list of people. A long old list of people that I want to ask one day. I'm pretty sure there were 5 places in the Twitch recap. Were there 5? I thought there was only 3. I don't know how to check anymore. I don't know where it's gone. Is it still here? I know that on my top 3, I know... Hang on, I tweeted it, I think. Let me have a look. Is there 5? I know that... Oh no, there was 5, wasn't it? Okay, she would have been like number 6 then. Because I think that my top 5, if I remember correctly, one of them was Vedal, one of them was Ellie, one of them was Teiu, one of them was Miyukiko, who is a artist that I really like watching while I'm working, and one of them... Who was the last one? I feel so bad, I've forgotten. Who was my last person on the Twitch recap? Let's see. The last one was Nep. And it made me so happy that Nep was on there. The last one was Nep. who also does extremely cool educational content. Hang on. There we go. Shout out to Nep. Nepenthes VT, Nep, my beloved, who does very cool horticulture and botanical content. So if you like plants, if you're interested in plants, learning things about plants, go check out Nep. Yeah. I'm not biased, but I think that a yapping stream between you and Ellie would be a hit. I would love to do it one day. The other thing is obviously like, you know, schedules, right? Because we stream at very different times and I haven't managed to catch basically any of Ellie's streams in the last couple of months. But I get the impression that she's very busy. So I'm not going to bother. But maybe once things have chilled out a little bit. Shumimi I probably could ask. But like I said, I just don't really know her very well. Yeah. And there's other people that I want to collab with first because we've talked about it already, you know, like we have things planned and we just haven't got around to it type of thing. So, yeah. Ali always streams at like 1 a.m. It's such a shame. Yeah, it's like been really, really late recently now. Yeah. Yeah, she's working like 60 to 70-hour weeks. That's wild. I could not cope with that. Actually, I say that I could not cope with that. That's what I was doing in grad school. Now that I think, if I'm being realistic and I'm like, you know, even now, like if I'm being honest with myself, like if I think of VTubing time as like work time, because it's not a job, but it's kind of work. Like it's a hobby to me in the sense that like, it's a hobby in the sense that like I don't want to do it as a job and I just do it for fun and I really enjoy doing it. But it is now like enough things that I have to do that it is kind of work. If you're including VTubing, I probably also do 60 hours. But like 60 hours just on a job is wild. Like I could not cope with that. Like, I mean, I have in the past, but I could not cope with it anymore. I've done my time. I've done my 12-hour days in grad school and I wish for none of it anymore. Now I've got a nice 4-day work week and I spend the rest of my time VTubing. 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Oh no. Oh, but it's to afford moving to the UK to study. That's exciting. Oh, that's exciting. You can be a nice ambient presence. You can, if you enjoy her streams, even if collabs aren't on the calendar. Yeah. I love the Corpo arc. That's great. She got an invitation for an interview for a different job that could have better hours. That's exciting. That's very exciting. Is VTubing recharging or draining? It kind of depends. It kind of depends. Sometimes it depends on what I'm doing. Like the actual streaming bit, I find it really recharging. But it's also like I finish the stream and I'm so tired, you know? I sometimes find the kind of like social media side of it draining, you know, and like scheduling all the posts and because like I have a secret to tell you all. Come closer. Come closer. I have a secret to tell you all. A lot of my like social media posts, I schedule them. I don't actually post them with my own. Well, I do post them with my own 2 hands, but like via a scheduling tool because I am really bad at social media. And if I don't plan things in advance, I don't do it. Yeah. So sorry to ruin the immersion. But because I'm so bad at it, like if I didn't schedule things, you would not even get the weekly schedule of when my streams are. So I think it's worth it. But the funny ones I do post live. And like obviously like if I'm doing like screenshots of things or whatever, it's very obviously live too. But yeah, sometimes I schedule things like, you know, actually saying that, I'm looking at what I've tweeted recently and I don't think much of it was very scheduled saying that. Just a couple of things. Mostly the like stream schedules and then the occasional meme. Sometimes I do schedule memes in advance because otherwise I'll forget to post them. I make them and then I forget to post them. So yeah. Scam Dere, you're doing this right though. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend like all of my time scrolling through like social media because it's really easy to do that. It's so easy to just spend your whole time like scrolling through and like looking at your engagement and stuff. I do it in bursts. I'll be like, okay, 1 hour, half an hour to 1 hour, like, you know, depending on how I'm feeling and what kind of day it is. Normally half an hour in the morning, half an hour to an hour in the evening. And then like, but like I schedule everything all in like a block chunk on like a Saturday so that I don't have to think about it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't like social media generally. I'm not a fan of like platforms that don't like I'm a fan of like I have like a personal account for like my actual friends and I just don't follow anything apart from like local community stuff and my actual friends. And like, that's good. I like that because then I get to see what my friends are doing. And I've like blocked all of the, like I've muted all of the influencers and all of the terms and I see nothing on my feed apart from my friends. This is good. I like this. What I don't like is opening up a social media and then seeing lots of angry things because that makes me feel stressed. And then I start reading because I'm like a psychologist. So I like reading drama, but because I like analyzing what's happening in the drama, not because I like the drama. And then I spend too much time doing that. And then next thing I know, it's been 3 hours and I've spent my whole day on social media and I'm like, oh, I've not actually achieved anything. It's very dangerous like this. So I set myself strict limits. Yeah. 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 I'm starting to doze off. Might need to leave. And I'm gonna have some decent sleep for once. Yeah, go get some sleep. Go get some good sleep. This is a good decision. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you joining us. I hope you sleep well. The extent of my social interaction is sitting in a voice chat with a bunch of people 3 times a week from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Thank you for a prime example of what is not a good sleep schedule. Does Discord count as a social media? I think it depends on how you use it. If you're using it as an actual community, I think it does. If it's like a big Discord server where people are just kind of like posting updates and stuff, that I think counts as social media. Discord, like internal server, I mean, it still counts, but I think it's more ethical and useful social media. Basically, like the distinction for me, it's not social media platforms by themselves are inherently bad. They're like platforms can have various degrees of ethicality on them, but I think you can use any platform in a way that's good for your mental health as long as you set up appropriate safeguards. So for example, on Twitter, I unfortunately do have to use Twitter basically. If you're not on it as a VTuber, I mean, you like there are other options like Blue Sky, but it's incredibly difficult to network in my experience if you don't have it, because a lot of those first interactions you have with people are on Twitter. So I do still have it, and but I've like aggressively set up safeguards on it. So I have muted like a massive long list of words of stuff that I just don't want to see. Basically every political word that you can ever imagine, all of it's muted. And then like a few extra things as well that kind of mess with me a bit. Like all of it's muted. Bunch of accounts muted or blocked because I am just not interested. I'm not interested. Yeah. So that's my piece of advice is this applies for any social media though. Like use those blocked and muted terms. Use the block or mute functions. Like if something is making you sad, don't look at it anymore. Find a way to get it off your feed. Yeah. That's my advice. I don't know if it's useful advice, but it is advice nonetheless. Okay. So, with that being said, set up your business emails, YouTubers. I've got one. I've actually now got one that my manager can access as well, because I have like one business email that I've been using and then I started getting too much stuff in it, which is like a real suffering from success thing. But that's what happened. So I've now got a different business email. If anybody wanted to send me an email, I've now got a different one. But it's on my website, which is psydere.com. It's also got a link to all of my stuff, including my social media accounts if you want them. So yeah, check me out. I've got a business website as well as a business account, as well as a business email even. I am powerful and I cannot be stopped. Okay, so with that being said, I'm tired and I think it's time for us to wrap up. What do we want to do today? What are we feeling? Where do we want to go? What do we want to do? What's the plan? There are many people that are live today. What should we do? I muted the whole of social media when I saw it crawling out of the hole it spawned in. It served me well. That's very smart. That's very smart. Raid Shumimi. Okay, I hear you. I hear you about raiding Shumimi. However, if I am correct, I believe that Shumimi is debuting her model's new rigging on Sunday. So we could instead go and raid Shumimi on her debut day, which is on Sunday, if I'm correct. Yeah, I'm correct. Okay. So I feel like it would make more sense to raid her on Sunday after Science Psydere. So maybe we could go somewhere else today and then raid Shumi on Sunday? I'm planning in advance. Check me out. I'm planning. I can be trusted. I'm an adult. Do you know Otako Tan? I feel like I do. The name is ringing a bell. Let me see. I do follow Otako Tan. So, should we go raid into them? There's dancing happening right now. I'm so confused. What's happening? Okay. Okay, let's go and raid Otako. Let's go do that. Okay, so raid message 1. The top one is if you're a sub and hello. I can't type. There we go. And the bottom one is if you're not a sub. There we go. We got there eventually. Goodness gracious. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so next stream. So wait, before we go, actually, I should very quickly find you the link to something. Right, I'm going to youtube.com/@Phylum channel because on Saturday I'm going to be joining Phi in his 24-hour charity stream that's raising money for breast cancer. So that's on Saturday. Here is. Oh, that doesn't look right. Hang on. Let me try again. Give me 1 second and I'll give you the link. There we go. That's the link. Here is the link to that stream. It's on YouTube. Go and set yourself a reminder because I am very excited to watch this 24-hour stream. He did a 12-hour stream before that was raising money for St. Jude's like children's cancer hospital, and that in itself was so, there were so many emotions over the course of that 12 hours. I am so excited to see what 24 hours does to him. I feel like it's going to destroy him. I'm sorry, I got so excited I had to start coughing. Yeah, also watch his stuff, learn about diseases and cells. If you haven't already subscribed to Phi on YouTube and watched all of his videos, you should. He does really, really cool cell and molecular biology educational content. Genuinely, like, he's a really good friend, but he's also genuinely one of my favorite YouTubers. Like, I'm not even lying. His videos are so good. So, if you don't already follow him, why? I'm disappointed in you. With that being said, let's go and raid into Otako Tan. There we go. Otako Tan. Start raid. There we go. So, the next stream is going to be on... When is it going to be? I don't know. I don't know things. The next stream is going to be on Saturday. It's that link that I've put there. You can go set a reminder for yourself on YouTube. Yeah, it'll be on Fire's channel. I'll be there for about an hour with the rest of vTherium. We're going to be I think we're doing some kind of quiz, but I forgot what the quiz was. I will probably get everything wrong and cause problems. And then I believe on Sunday morning, my time also, I'll be doing the same thing. In America, it's very late at night. It's like, he's called it like sad boy hours, but for me, it's like, it's 10 a.m. and I've just gone for my morning walk and I've got a coffee and I'm in a sprightly mood. And then later on Sunday, at 2 p.m. UK and Ireland time, we're going to be doing Psychology Sunday. So Psychology Psydere, there we go. Psych Psydere, yeah. I'm good at branding, I swear. I don't know what we're doing yet. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Put them in the Discord server and I'll see what... If not, we'll probably just read through a paper that I've already read as part of my job. But yeah, with that, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. And for all the subs and stuff as well. Thank you so much. And yeah, go and be nice to Otaco. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. Bye.